Quest 2 facial interfaces. There's a lot of them out there. Some of them come with fans, some of them just are fans, and some of them are just those good old facial interfaces. They're meant to be more comfortable and have a little bit of venting. This AMVR one advertises that it comes with like 7-in-1 features. Let's find all the features. AMVR, you know them from a lot of things we reviewed. Sometimes they really hit well. Sometimes they kind of miss. We've got one lens cover, one nose thing, the actual plastic interface. Oh, okay. I see how this is different. So this is a flexible interface. A lot of them are hard plastic and don't really conform to your face at all. This is one of the first ones I've seen that really flexes outside of the new BoboVR upgraded version. I like that. It comes with instructions and all that, which we don't need. Two different pads. One has AMVR branding on it, one does not. They're both pretty thin. I thought one would be thick and one would be thin, but they're both pretty thin. And then they add these weird little extra side tabs. These are an interesting idea. So some people have a problem with interfaces where your face is more narrow than other people's, and if you put it on, the sides here have some light bleed. I can tell you, even with mine, even though I've got a big head and a wide head, there is definitely some wiggle room where if I move this side to side, I kind of feel it doing that. They send you these pieces so that you can put these in the back in here to help pad that out, which I think that makes sense, but what I don't understand why they did, this is Velcro, this is Velcro. You put that on there just to push this part out. Why is the outside of this not also Velcro? Because if that was Velcro, then your other pad would attach to it instead of just kind of having it kind of flopping there off to the side. Kind of a weird decision, but the design does work. You put that there, and then now I put this on and it's very nicely, I mean, it's so nicely connecting, I can almost just let go and let it just hang out here on my face. Let's try it on an actual headset. Not on that headset because it's really hard to remove that new facial interface. BoboVR's new interface goes in tight and stays on. Now, of course, this has no fans, but it does have vents in it to help prevent some fogging. It's not gonna prevent fogging as nearly as well as fans, but a lot of people say, oh, I don't have fog, I don't need fans. I've noticed that in the comments on that last video, so maybe something like this is more their speed. I still have not found the sweet spot with these Sony headphones that are on this Quest. I reviewed those in another video. If you're interested in them at all, I can leave a link to that. The facial interface fits really nicely. If you want just a normal one, the flexibility of it feels really good on your face. A few minor issues, and you're not gonna notice it nearly as much when you're in a game, but the vents are so big that you can actually see some light bleeding through them. I am in a very bright room. You know, this might normally not be an issue, but instead of just noticing some light around the nose like I normally do, I was seeing light up around the top too. Very weird detail in here, and I had this problem with an AMVR facial interface before, their old design, and someone in the comments was like, oh, you just did it wrong, you didn't put it on there right. The design of how you'd put this thing on, I feel like is very unusual. I feel like the average consumer who goes to put this thing on is not gonna see how to do it. I'll check the instruction manual because maybe it really explains it, but once it's actually on, it fits behind. There's these two little notches here. The weird thing about this interface versus most interfaces, most of them have a nose light bleed guard that attaches from the back. Some are good, some are bad, but they usually always attach from this side. This one actually attaches from the front. There's these two little sharp rods here, and then this switches into here. Now the instructions would tell you that. A lot of people aren't gonna consult the instructions with something this simple, but this slides on and then the nose piece is never actually fully attached beyond those two rods. Let's give this another shot here with the light guard in place. It is gonna feel a little weird when you mess with the headset that these things flop around if you are using those inserts, but for my face shape, those inserts are really nice. They actually make it fit. I am getting very minimal light bleed, like I said, through those vents. Once the headset's actually on, it's very hard to notice. And now with the nose guard on, I can still kind of see, I can see my mustache from here, but nothing else. So the light bleed is pretty minimal once you get these inserts in on the side if your face shape needs them. The flexibility of this one is really nice. I really like how flexible it is and it feels. So if you are someone who doesn't want the fan, doesn't need the fan, you just want a good facial interface that's comfortable, that feels nice, I would say this and the Kiwi interface are my two favorites that don't have fans. I personally love fans. I put a fan on every single headset I have, and I wouldn't continue to use one of these, but it's still a good facial interface. They've redesigned it really nicely and made it really good. So I will leave a link in the description to this and the full Kiwi review in case you're interested in checking out the Kiwi Fitness one, because the Kiwi Fitness one's nice because it has a lot of very big vents. Pretty good job, AMVR. I would love to see you come out with something with a fan on it. Because I need a fan, what I actually am gonna do with this kit, because I really like the padding from the AMVR, I'm gonna steal both of these pads and I'm gonna replace a couple of my Bobo VR pads, because Bobo VR gives you this really nice, thick, cushy pad. I don't like a real thick pad. I think it just creates more surface area on my face and I don't need it. I'm gonna make a hybrid by stealing these AMVR pads because yeah, I like the feeling of those pads a lot better. Do you have a facial interface? Do you think the stock one is okay with silicone? Let me know in the comments what you've been doing there, because I think that once you've got a strap, the facial interface is the next best and most important upgrade for you. It's pushing on your face all the time. It's important to have something comfortable and nice. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with me here today, and I will see you in another reality.